I, 30F, my ex-husband, 31M. Got divorced 5 years ago. During our divorce, we owned an old single-wide mobile home, 1973. On a large piece of land that is zoned for a trailer park. He wanted the new truck and our savings. I wanted the old trailer and the land. My ex and I have 2 girls, 8 and 7. Since my divorce, I slowly started buying old single-wides and restoring them. Turning it into a business. I love it. My girls go to their dad's and AP's apartment every other weekend. I started noticing their clothes, electronics, toys were not coming home. At first, I thought their dad was just keeping a few outfits there for them. However, my 8-year-old got upset when she was packing. I asked her what was wrong. She told me her dad takes her clothes and sells them online. That she doesn't want to take her favorite shirt over there. I immediately called my ex. I asked him to return our daughter's clothes. Not wanting to throw my daughter under the bus. I blamed it on them not having enough for school. He played dumb. He said he got rid of the clothes that were too small. I pointed out that the jeans our 7-year-old had were brand new. He then said that it was only fair he got some cash because he owned the trailer and land. If it wasn't for him I wouldn't be doing this good. I was pissed. I took my daughters down to the dollar store and bought cheap shirts. To a thrift store and bought cheap shorts. We had a girls' tie-dye night. Hot pink everything. Each made 5 shirts and 5 bottoms. I let our girls design and decorate them. My girls loved it. The following week ex sends the girls home. I could tell he was mad, but he didn't say anything. The clothes were not returned. No fear, I knew this would be an issue. We made extras. When the girls went back they were wearing tie-dye. They were with their dad for an hour before he called and demanded different clothes. I kindly told him that our daughters love those clothes, they really love tie-dye. Ex gets even angrier and says his parents have a major family party and the girls can't wear pink tie-dye. I told him that he should go buy other clothes if he didn't want them to wear it. He called me an idiot for being petty. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot. Keep a record of what goes over there and back. As you can have the child support change to show he is taking it back. Mighty bold of you to think that man pays child support. If he's stealing clothes from his daughters to sell, I highly doubt he's actually paying child support. Not the idiot, you need to take this man to court. He is stealing from his children and doesn't care that it is causing them clear and understandable distress. Seconded. What kind of parent sells their children's clothing off their backs because it was only fair they got some cash? A huge idiot or an addict? I am worried that it could be the latter. Either way, it might be worth talking to a lawyer about getting full custody. Not the idiot. My son's dad and his AP tried this when he was young. Wasn't selling them, was just keeping any new clothing and returning him an old dirty outgrown stuff his AP's kid used to wear and giving son's stuff to AP's kid. Told him that wouldn't fly. What left this house comes back to this house with our son. His AP retaliated by dumping grape soda into my son's overnight bag. So I took him to court. The judge ordered he had to keep clothing toys at his house and what our son arrived with was what he returned with. And it had to be clean unless the visit was less than a day trip. Anything missing, damaged, he had to reimburse me for. Thank you, I wasn't sure how this would go if we went back to court. You seem to have more of a case than I did. Your ex is selling their stuff for cash. Most judges rule what is best for the children involved. As others have said, keep records of him admitting he somehow deserves the money from selling his own children's belongings. Keep receipts of what you've bought, take pictures of what they leave wearing, packing, etc. State simply that you want everything returned in the condition it left in, that he has to keep clothing toys there at his place, if that is your wish as well. My ex was an idiot. His AP didn't want him talking to me on the phone about our son, so made him keep to emails, texts. Our son is a grown adult now, and I don't think his dad ever realized just how much that bit him in the butt by having everything always in writing. That's what I should probably do. Just do not answer the phone and force him to send a text or leave a voicemail. Some backstory? My mom has always wanted a daughter. Instead, she ended up with 2 sons and 6 grandsons. 16 years ago, a young woman with a 2-year-old daughter, let's call the daughter Lily, moved across the street from her. She was a single mom and didn't have any family in the area, so my mom offered to help take care of the little girl while her mom studied. Over the years, she's become an adoptive mom grandmother to this woman and her daughter. She was there when the woman married her husband and had 2 more girls together. She's very close to the whole family, but especially Lily. My mom was born and raised in Italy. My dad was French. My brother and I don't speak any French or Italian. Lily is not only fluent in French and Italian, but she knows more about the culture than me or my brother, and she knows all of my mom's recipes. My mom also helped pay for her private school tuition because she doesn't like the public schools in the area. Lily, my son, and my nephew graduated from high school in May. My son and my nephew each got a card and a check for $300. My mom took Lily to Europe for 8 weeks over the summer. I got to my mom's house with my sons last night. We planned on staying for a few days because we live 8 hours away. I was parked in the driveway, then right before dinner my mom told me I needed to move my car so Lily could park in her driveway. I said Lily could park on the street, but my mom said no, the driveway is Lily's spot and I have to move, so I told my sons to get our bags and we went home. My mom has been calling me since last night asking me to come back and saying I overreacted to being asked to move my car. I refused and my sons and I are celebrating without her, but I'm starting to wonder if I was the idiot for leaving when my mom told me to move my car. Not the idiot as we sat around here, this isn't about the Iranian yogurt. This is a reaction to years of feeling second class to Lily because, as sons, you somehow did not fulfill some weird desire for your mom's preference. I'm sorry you've all felt this way for so long, it's hard to watch your mom seemingly show someone else more affection than they do to you. Not the idiot. The whole $300 versus 8 weeks in Europe really sealed it for me. What blatant favoritism, this isn't about a parking spot, it's years of built-up issues. Not the idiot. It is ridiculous and unnecessary to make you feel like second class. Just a weird power move to ask you to move your car. Lily could easily park in the street, and you were there first. It's not Lily's spot, it's just your mom's driveway. First come, first dibs. I, 32F, lost my son to SID at the end of November. He was only 5 months old. It was unexpected he was our first after awaiting him for 4 years. This was so devastating. My heart feels heavy. I can no longer hear him laugh, cry, watch his dad play with him. The house is empty, and I barely find the energy to get out of bed because my family needs me. I spent Christmas with my in-laws. My family wasn't happy. They insisted that I come to celebrate New Year's Eve and eat dinner with them. I found my aunts who have been very supportive and we talked. My husband apologized for not attending. My brother went on about how disrespectful my husband was for not coming and how he was treating my family like they were less than, but that's not true. Before dinner was ready, my aunt talked about my son and wanted everybody to take 3 minutes of silence to honor him. In exactly 15 seconds my sister-in-law got up and said she wanted to tell the family something. Everyone was looking at her. And she announced that she and my brother were expecting. My aunt and I were stunned while everybody else got up and congratulated her. It was very disrespectful to do that. I didn't move from my seat. She kept staring at me until my mom told me to go hug her and congratulate her and my brother. Then my sister-in-law smiled at me and said she wanted me to answer some questions about my son's death after dinner to know what went wrong and prevent it in the future. I lashed out at her and told her she was disrespecting me and my son by talking like that. She felt offended and kept asking why I was talking to her like that. My mom told me to knock it off. My brother said nothing, he just looked upset. I got into an argument with my mom and sister-in-law. She told me to not treat my sister like that and ruin the night for the family. I left before dinner. My mom called my husband and told him that I ruined the night with how I reacted to the news and that everyone lost their appetite because of unnecessary stress caused by me. She sent me a text saying that my sister-in-law found New Year's Eve as the perfect opportunity for the announcement, but I was sad and petty and ruined their night and needed to apologize to my brother and his wife because they were incredibly upset for ruining their year and their joy. I just want to mention that my husband was so mad and said that he would have put everyone in their place if he was there when they berated me and hurt me like that. I don't know what might have happened if he was there, but based on his reaction, it would have been a messy situation. Also, my brother constantly judged my husband and said he has no respect for the family while he let his wife do this to me without even saying anything. He probably agrees with her, that's why he didn't say anything. Just sat there and watched. Double not the idiot. Not only was she rude to do this during a moment of silence, but asking you what went wrong implies something could have been done and you are somehow to blame. The reality is nothing could have been done and what happened was 0% your fault. Not the idiot. I am so sorry for your loss. Your sister-in-law's behavior was cruel and insensitive, and your mother's reaction was equally as bad. You and your husband should together come up with a plan to set boundaries with your family that will help you heal in your own time. Not the idiot. You are a grieving mother. Cut out anyone who thinks what your sil did was okay, because it was not okay, it never will be okay. She her pregnancy in your face while your aunt was trying to honor your late son.